Welcome to Buckeye Vibe, the very first episode of the season. In today's episode, we will discuss students' routines, bucket list ideas, and our very first segment of Drip or Drown. Stay tuned for more. Let's roll the show open. Hello, I'm Evan Hartman. Welcome to the newest show on BuckeyeTV. It's time for Buckeye Vibe. It's a show about you, what's in and what's out. Back to school in a new year, have students keeping up their routines or even switching them up? Let's find out. Today we have three guests on with us. We have Wenqi Zhao, Isa Renteria, and Eric Va. Wenqi, would you like to introduce yourself?
My name is Wenqi Zhao. I'm a senior student majoring in strategic communication with a minor in media production and analysis.
Perfect. Isa?
Yeah, I'm Isa. I'm a fourth year at Ohio State, majoring in strategic communication with a minor in professional writing and media production analysis.
Awesome. And Eric?
I'm Eric Va. I'm a third year journalism major with a minor in media production and analysis.
Perfect. And today with these three guests, we'll be going over some of their daily routines. We'll roll Wenqi's routine first. Wenqi, if you'd like to walk us through here.
That's my breakfast, and then I reply emails. I have a photography class, that's why I'm holding a film camera. And I take the bus to school. I usually go to the library first and then head to art building to have my class. I only have 2 classes this semester, so I head back home after that. And that's my dinner. And I am applying for graduate school, so I'm writing my personal statement.
Perfect. And, with the camera, do you do any outside projects other than school projects? Are you doing anything outside of class?
Yeah, I am doing a project with one of my friends. He is shooting her personal short film, and it's about a story of 2 people trapped in an elevator, and they kind of reminiscence of their past choices during that time. And when the elevator is fixed, they have like new perspectives towards their lives.
Awesome. And that probably takes a good amount of time out of your week. How many hours a week or even a day do you think you're working towards this?
Probably 5 to 6 hours per week.
Awesome.
That's pretty cool.
Well,
That's actually pretty cool.
Next, we'll go on to Isa here if we want to roll her daily routine.
I'll usually start off the morning filling up my water bottle and then trying to work out. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Maybe I'll just stretch or do a little YouTube workout. And then after that, I'll go ahead and make some eggs, make some coffee, and go to my room, my little desk there, and do some work. And then after I do a little bit of work, I'll probably go to the PRSSA room here in the journalism building and do some tasks that I have to do. After that, I'll usually just go to class and then head home, make dinner, and go to bed, maybe do some work, and that's pretty much my day.
Perfect. As a senior, how many credit hours or classes are you taking this semester?
I am taking 4 classes, so it's about 12 credit hours. It's a pretty easy schedule, though. I think most of my time does go to the work that I do in PRSSA because my classes are pretty easy this semester, so it's really nice.
And you say you work in that field. What do you do in that group or organization?
Yeah, so I'm the Public Relations Student Society of America. I'm their chapter president, so I pretty much just kind of make sure everything's going smoothly in the organization, especially between different board members and different programming that we have. So it takes up a lot of my time, but it's really awesome.
Perfect. Awesome. And finally, we'll go to Eric, and we'll roll Eric's clip here.
Yeah, so I have a pretty basic routine. I mean, I just film myself getting up in the morning. Usually, I just roll right out of bed, pick out my clothes. And then I'll usually go get like breakfast. I usually eat a really light breakfast. I'm not a big breakfast guy, but I'm just eating a Pop-Tart. That's normally what I'll be eating in the morning. And then I'll brush my teeth and head out and go to the gym, get a little workout in. It's actually a pretty different routine from what I had last semester because all my classes are in the afternoon, or only one of them is in the morning this semester, so I have a lot more free time before noon, so that's usually when I go out and get my workout in and stuff like that. Sometimes I'll even play basketball as well, especially with with it being so cold, it's like he can't really do much outside. Love the outdoors, but yeah, just getting a little workout in, and then I'll head to class afterwards, and then go home, have some dinner, and finish up some homework. So one of my classes, I'm in Lantern Practicum this semester, so that takes up a lot of my time at night. So that's why I usually am just like, I want to start my day by working out. I'm a very active person, so yeah, pretty much my routine.
And you say you go to the gym, and you talk about that a lot. What's your favorite gym? I know you're working at the RPAC there. Is that your favorite gym to go to?
Well, it's the biggest one, so yeah,
Yeah.
it's just the other ones are always like really just crowded every time I go there. I guess maybe I'm not going at the right times, but yeah, usually I can find a nice little sweet spot. If I go super early in the morning or super late at night, it's usually pretty quiet.
Perfect. And then you said you have a lot of time in Lantern Practicum, so you're involved in the writing aspect. I know they have certain beats there. What's your beat for the class this semester?
So my beat is women's basketball. Okay. So I'm working a lot with the assistant editor for the Lantern, Jayla. She's great. And so I'll be heading to the women's basketball game on Sunday against Iowa. And I'm really excited to see Caitlin Clark in person because she's such a good player, and I've seen her highlights all over the place, and like it'll be just amazing to see her in person. And
Ohio State, obviously a great athletic school, a lot of good connections. What's some of the coolest things or even the coolest people that you've seen or interacted with, writing for Ohio State women's basketball this year?
Well, I've got to talk to Kevin McGuff before a couple times. I haven't really gotten to talk to a lot of the women's players personally, but I've been able to talk to Felix Akpara. When I took sports media relations last spring, I was able to get an interview with him for a little quick story on him. And then I've ran into a couple men's basketball players just out on campus. And obviously, like, I got to hear from players like Madison Green and Cody McMahon and all those players. So it's really cool for sure.
And you guys both talked about workouts, whether it be in the morning or at night. How big is that for you guys going throughout your day? I mean, how big is that to set up your day for success? Either one of you can go first.
Go ahead.
Well, I mean, like, I'm just a really active person, so I think it's really important for me to stay in shape, especially because you're only this young for so long. Like, you're not this young for forever, so I'm just like, I like to go out there, and I don't like just sitting around all day, so it's really important for me to stay in shape.
Perfect.
For me, it's not always the biggest priority in my life, but in other aspects, I am pretty healthy. When it comes to exercising, it can be off and on. I do like to stretch and try to be active in that way, but it is just a great way to start my day, especially I try to get up around like 6:30 in the morning when I do.
Perfect. Thank you so much for tuning in to the routines. Up next, we'll hear from some new guests on what they have on their bucket list as Ohio State students. Welcome back to Buckeye Vibe. For this segment, we are curious to see what students have on their bucket list. Today we have Dawn, Lauren, and Jeanne. Would you like to start yourself off, Jeanne? Introduce yourself.
Yeah, hey guys, my name is Jeanne. I'm a fourth year in journalism and I'm minoring in business.
Hi everyone, I'm Dawn. I'm fourth year in communication and film studies.
Hi, I'm Lauren. I am a fourth year StratCom major with media production minor.
All right, perfect. And today I had these three guests put in some of their bucket list items in this Ohio State bucket. So we're going to draw them out and ask stuff about them. So the first one we have today is go to Midway. Who had that one?
I had that
All
one.
right, perfect. Let's elaborate on that one a little bit.
Yeah, so no, I've been here 3.5 years and I've never been to Midway. So that's one of like a personal goal of mine to experience that.
Any comments on Midway between you guys?
Well,
or?
I've only been to Midway once, and also it was like a student work event. It's
Okay.
not technically the normal Midway.
Yeah.
Not usually during the weekend, so I'd say no comments on the Midway.
I don't know. I have like a love-hate relationship with Midway. I feel like over the years it's turned into more of like a Bowls vibe, if you guys are familiar. But I've heard that they've been trying to like up their reputation. So hopefully when you go, you have a better experience than some of us have had.
Okay, all
You'll have
right,
to let
I'm
us know.
excited.
All right, next is run a half marathon.
That was me.
Okay.
I recently have been embarking on like my fourth like trend of trying to get fit, and I really just want to run like a half marathon just because like I feel like that's just such an accomplishment. Hopefully like in 10 years I can do like a full marathon, but we'll see. It's definitely really like hard, but I think like I can do it. So
We were just talking about that before we filmed the last session. I'm training for a half marathon now. In May, it's gonna be in Cincinnati, so it'll be exciting. Yeah, and then my mom's running with me, and then we're both running. We're supposed to run a full when I graduate, so we'll see how that is. I don't know if I can run a full yet. So next up, we have rock climbing.
Okay, so it's mine.
All right.
It's kind of like a really exciting experience I really want to learn, and also a sport because I've never done rock climbing before. But I know like at Ohio State we have a center called Adventure Recreational Center on the West Campus. I pass by so many times because I take campus connection all the time. So I figure it definitely going to be interesting to visit the center and try the rock climbing, even it's indoor. So.
Yeah. Have either of you rock climbed ever?
I haven't, but I've been wanting to. Like, I had heard it like improves like your upper body strength, so I really want to do that too.
I think when I was like in the 4th grade, I went to Girl Scout camp, and that's the only time I rock climbed, and I fell. So
Yeah, I don't think I've ever rock climbed. The indoor part would be cool, like to learn, but then definitely like getting like I've seen people that do it outdoor and like with like no harness's. I don't know how those
I
people
would
do
never
that.
try the outdoor.
It's way too scary, even with the
Yeah.
harness. It's way too scary.
Yeah,
But
totally.
yeah, that's a good one. Next up, we have skydiving.
that's me.
Perfect.
I definitely really want to skydive. I'm really upset because like I didn't sign up for like the Ohio State class to skydive because you can do like you can either go tandem, which if you're not familiar, it's like you go with an instructor like to your back, so you're not in charge of like pulling the rope for it to go out. But I wanted to do it solo, but everywhere else you have to do tandem. So I really wanted to go solo, but unfortunately I didn't sign up in time because it fills really fast. So if you want to do that for next semester, sign up really quickly. So
Either of you want to skydive or
No.
No?
I'm not like fear of heights, but I'm fear of like the feeling of suddenly going down.
Yeah.
So
That's fair.
I'm not even a fan for the roller coasters.
Okay.
Not even.
Yeah, probably not. Skydiving might not be the best for you. Yeah, I've always wanted to skydive too. My mom says she'll do it with me. She skydived or dove probably 10, 11 times now. She's done it like multiple times. She's done it like on different like cool like places.
that's awesome.
I would love to do it one time probably, and then I might. But then I heard like once you do it once, just like you want to do it every time after
Yeah,
that. So I think it would be a fun thing to do, and definitely, yeah, definitely look at that class at Ohio State too. Next is a solo trip to Europe.
That was mine.
Perfect.
Yeah, so I have plans to go to Europe. I don't know what countries exactly yet over spring break, but yeah, I'm excited. I think it'll be like a good like debrief, good break, and it's just I don't know a way for me to prove to myself that I can do something independently like that.
So you already have that plan?
Yeah, well I have the flights booked, but I have to make the itinerary and everything. Yeah.
What's like the #1 place you want to go?
I want to go to Paris for sure, and then the other countries are just like, I don't know, probably whatever I feel like at the moment or something.
So do you have a bucket list within going to Europe? Like obviously you said Paris, but like is there like certain, she said places, but is there certain things you want to do when you're there?
Certain things. I'm not really sure. It's like more of like a impulsive type
Yeah,
of thing.
that's
Like,
fair.
yeah.
That might be better too, because then you might like not, you might miss something if you plan everything out.
Right,
But impulsive, you might see
right.
something, go do it. That's fair.
Yeah.
All right, next we have our final one of the day is travel to Greece. So back-to-back travels.
That's me.
Perfect.
You know, I don't know if anybody has seen Mamma Mia, but that really inspired my like desire to go to Greece. It's just so beautiful, and like the culture there is just kind of like breathtaking, along with the views. And like I have a few of my friends are actually Greek, and we all want to go together, and they want to like take me to like where they're from, which I think is really interesting and just like shows a lot of like cultural appreciation. And I think that's something that a lot of people should do. So
Yeah, agree. I mean, like there are so many things to explore in Europe and in Greece. They are also on my bucket list, but not for the semester. I mean, it could be a really like great option for the graduation trip.
yeah.
And I'll ask her the same question. Do you have any like bucket, obviously you're going to go with your friends, but do you have any bucket list places or things you want to do while you're there?
I'm not really sure places yet because we haven't really finalized the details, but I think we all like want to go parasailing. And like I've been parasailing before, like in Florida, but I mean Greece is
Much
a
different.
different ball game, so I definitely really want to do that and just go through like all like the historic places because I'm like a history buff. I really like that kind of stuff. So
And that'd be cool to Europe too. I don't know if you're into history too, but I know that both of those places would have a cool, and obviously anything you do in any of those countries are going to be pretty cool.
Yeah.
But I guess talking about, you said this semester, but long term, they both gave their places they'd like to go. What's your one dream location you want to go? Okay.
Also Europe.
Okay.
But I'm thinking about Italy because I actually just saw a TV series recently, and there was a like K-pop boy band. They traveled to Italy, and I realized that in Italy there are so many like beautiful city views and lots of historical places. So, and also the food, the pizza.
Yeah,
So
true.
yeah, definitely worth exploring. Yeah.
Perfect. All right. Well, thank you so much for tuning into our bucket list segment. Next up on Buckeye Vibe, do they have drip or do they drown? Stick around to find out. Now for our final segment, we will see if these famous athletes, actors, and singers have drip or drown. We welcome back Lauren and Eric, and we also have a new guest on today, and Hasna. First, we'll just have Hasna introduce herself.
Hi guys, my name's Husna and I'm a fourth year in journalism with a double minor in media production and professional writing.
All right, well, let's get started now. So the first athlete is going to be Malachi Branham from the Ohio State men's basketball team.
All right.
Well,
Yeah, anyone can go first.
I think it's a choice. It's definitely it's interesting. I like that. I mean, you can kind of see the shoes at the bottom. It goes with the outfit. I'd give this outfit a 7. So maybe it's a little bit of drip. It's a little drippy. I do kind of like it.
Eric?
I was gonna say originally like a 5, but then I'm like I can't really talk, so because I'm wearing a grout fit. I hate saying that, but I mean it matches, and I'm sure it's pretty expensive. I guess. I mean he's an NBA player, but I would give it a 6.
Okay.
I'd say.
All right.
I would give it a 6 as well, just because I feel like there's too much of the same variety or color going on right there. So a 6 for me, and I mean it matches, so that's a plus. So.
True. I like it. I'd give it a higher rating of like an 8, 9. I think it's drip. So, all right, that's Malachi for you. Next, we're gonna go. I think that's Cody McMahon, if I'm not mistaken. Is she rocking the EJ Liddell? I think so. I like that a lot. I like that shirt. Definitely. And then you got the Jordans on too. I like that a lot. That's definitely going to be a higher, not as high as Malachi's. But I think I'm going to give it a 6 or 7, so it's a drip for me.
Okay, I like it. I like that the pants are not the same like pattern like the last one. I do like the shoes. I think it contrasts very well. I'm gonna give this one a 6. I don't like it as much as the one before, like Evan said, but I would say it's still drip. It has some interesting things going on.
Yeah, I really like the pants and the shoes as well. Like I love the black pants. Shoes are nice, obviously. Yeah, don't have the best taste of fashion, but I can rock with this. I would give it I'm like in between a 6 and a 7. I'm just gonna go down the middle and say 6.5.
So drip. So that'd be a drip, right?
Drip,
above
yeah.
5, above 5,
Drip,
right?
yeah.
Finally?
I would give it a 7. I definitely think it is drip, just because, you know, the pants are black, they match with everything, and then the shoes also correlate with the shirt, and it's Ohio State, so who doesn't love Ohio State?
Perfect. And that was Cody McMahon. Next up,
Okay. It's
It's giving Timothy Green.
yeah, it's giving like artificial
like putting, like golfing.
green.
Yeah, that's.
Yeah, that's a good way to describe
Kind
it.
of reminds me
Yeah.
of like the Lorax, but mixed with the Grinch. It's Timothy Chalamet though, so I'm gonna give it a 6.
Okay.
But just because the style's okay, but it's an interesting choice.
Eric?
Yeah, I mean the Grinch. That's a great comparison, certainly. I mean, I don't know, is that like? I think I see like a choker too.
Yeah, I don't know what that is.
I'm like not the biggest like fan of guys wearing chokers, but that might just be me. But I could never, and all the rings and stuff. I mean, not really my style, but not gonna lie, he kind of pulls it off. So I would give it a 6, honestly.
Okay.
Yeah. like on the fence about all these.
I like the jewelry, definitely going for him, especially the necklace and whatever this is on.
Yeah, that's giving like Hunger Games, I feel
Yeah,
like.
definitely. But it's a little big,
It
so that's gonna dock some points. So I would give it a 5. So it's
Yeah.
like really
I'm
in between.
Yeah, I'm going to give it our first drown. I think he drowns here. I don't really appreciate it, but I give it about a 3, 4. But yeah, like you said, you got it right. Next up, the GOAT probably. All right, that's a very...
It's a Dolly Parton.
Yeah, it is. That's a choice outfit. I'm going to say it's really high up there because it goes with the car automatically. I think matching the car is just like a power move there. I'm giving her a 7 or an 8 probably for the drip there.
I think I'm gonna give Dolly an 8. I think she has, there's some, what are those, like gems going on. There's some, I think, like leather in there, some lace. I think it looks really cool. And I mean, she's just killing it. So I'll give it an 8. It's definitely drip.
I'm gonna give it an 8 as well. I think, yeah, like you said, Evan, it matches with the car, which I think makes it stand out a lot more. Yeah, and I mean, it just works. It just works.
I'm gonna also give it an 8, just because it matches with the car, like you all said, and yeah, I mean, there's not much to say about it. And she's wearing gloves, and it's not easy to pull off gloves. with
True.
outfits.
Not many people pull off
true.
gloves, but like we
Yeah.
said, that was Dolly Parton.
True.
Moving on there. Whoa, that's
Oh, I can't even see that.
that's a tough one. That's an interesting choice there. Lauren, you want to start us off with this one?
Oh, yeah, sure. I think the dress is okay. I don't really like how it's not, like, fitted super well. I'm going to give it a 4. To me, personally, I'm not the biggest fan of it.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not really like feeling this one either. Like you said, Lauren, it looks like awkward, kind of to me. And also like I don't know, like, but the white stuff right here, like it just looks like it's just in that spot. It looks interesting. I don't know. I would probably give it a 3, honestly.
Okay.
I would give it a 2 just
Wow.
because I'm not a big fan of the glitter, and kind of like you mentioned, it doesn't really fit with her body, and honestly it looks like something a preschooler would wear.
Fair.
So yeah.
I was going to give it less than you, but I don't really know if I can go less than a 2. I don't really want to give it a 1, so I'll give it a 2 as well. I'm not going to lie, I didn't know that one. Next up is going to be, wow, John. Okay, I like the
All right,
suit.
I'm digging the suit.
I do like how it fades into all black there, and it's got
Yeah.
the shiny black shoes on there. I'm going to give this one a high 8.7. Definitely drip on my end.
Yeah, I would give it a 9 actually. It looks like a nice pattern. It almost looks like one of those newspaper patterns. So I really like that, and like you said, it like fades to black, and it's that nice, like easy on the eye. So yeah.
I'm gonna give this one a perfect.
Perfect.
Honestly,
Wow.
I love the simple color scheme. It's not too hard on your eyes. Like, it's white and gray and black all there, and all contrast beautifully. And it's fitted super well, and the fading into the black is really nice. And also the shoes.
The shoes
Glossy
would do it for me.
really work with that outfit as well.
Yeah, I'm gonna basically say what everyone else said. They hit it on the nail. I'm gonna give it a 9. Love John Legend, and yeah, he has really good style. So I think this is definitely drip.
All right, and then going back through them, what was your guys' favorite? Eric, give me your favorite out of the last one. I can go back if you need, or
Definitely John Legend.
True, you gave it
Just
the perfect.
looks,
You gave it
but
the perfect.
in terms of, I had the most fun critiquing Viola Davis.
Yeah, that one was.
I'm like, that's the one where I'm like, okay, I know for a fact doesn't work for me. If it works for her, that's great. But it's just not my style. That's all.
Perfect. Lauren, what was your favorite one to look at? Other than this one, obviously, that one's a fan favorite to look at.
Definitely John Legend. I think Timothy Chalamet, that one really didn't surprise me just because that is his style.
True.
So I thought that one was pretty interesting. Honestly, Cody McMahon.
That one was mine. That one, I like that one a lot.
I thought it was really interesting. Even though I didn't give it that high of a score, I think like the overall style was pretty unique.
Perfect. And your favorite one?
My favorite one, I have to agree with both of you guys, would be John Legend, but I also appreciate Timothy Chalamet's style because not everyone can pull that off. So
True. Yeah, the John Legend one was definitely the one that hit for me today. Other than that, thank you guys for tuning in to the final segment of Drip or Drown in the first episode of Buckeye Vibe here live from Buckeye TV.